Matthew Stafford, B-Mac, first quarterback in NFL history, 4 passing touchdowns, no picks in 3 straight games. This is a guy that was always throwing picks in Detroit, and now, he still throws picks once in a while, but that's pretty awesome. In 3 straight games, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions.
I think it's safe to say Matthew has entered the MVP chat.
Yeah.
His name has to be in that discussion. We highlighted Drake May. We talked about what he's been doing. We've highlighted Jonathan Taylor. Of course, what he's been doing has been well documented. But what about Matthew Stafford? Matthew Stafford hasn't thrown an interception since week 2. His last 6 ball games, he's thrown, in terms of touchdowns, 3, 1, 5, 4. His last 6 ball games, 20 passing touchdowns. Thrown at a high clip. He's seen the football field extremely well. And most importantly, they're winning ball games right now. They're winning ball games. When you talk about the cream of the crop in the NFC, there's a few teams you can throw out there. But you would never have that conversation not throwing out the Los Angeles Rams in that said conversation because of what Matthew Stafford has done. So we talked about Drake May, the MVP, Jonathan Taylor. If you had to give a big 3, in terms of that award, Matthew Stafford is in that chat, in my opinion.
I think maybe why people haven't taken his candidacy seriously, maybe why someone may have him in the top 3, but maybe not number 1, is because we have known Matthew Stafford for some time. We have seen him. We know that he's one of the toughest dudes. We know that he's a Super Bowl champion. We know that he's always going to have his teams in position to compete and win Sunday in, Sunday out. But we have never seen him play at this type of level. And because we've gotten so used to how consistently good to great he's been, we almost take for granted how great consistently he has been this season. This is no joke right here.
No, nah.
At all. And then when you consider the Los Angeles Rams, still a young team, right?
Yeah.
You never know.
Aside from Davante Adams, but you're absolutely right.
But here's the thing. Davante Adams went out with that back injury. Puka Nacua, every single game, takes a whole bunch of hits, so you don't know if he's going to be there the next week or not. You have a young team, and he is obviously the guy who's going to be stirring the drink, but also the veteran on this team. It's clear he's playing the best ball of his career. And for someone who is a fringe Hall of Famer, we don't have to get into the Hall of Fame debate, so I'm just going to say fringe and leave it there. For someone who is a fringe Hall of Famer, for him to be having the best season of his career at 37 or so years old, he's absolutely in the MVP conversation.
He's never been an MVP. His odds are matched. They're tied right now with Drake May, plus 300.
Makes sense.
So you got the youngin', you got the old dude, 37 years old. Look, 25 passing touchdowns. That's most in the NFL right now. I mean, you're going out there and you're getting Matthew Stafford, who started the season, by the way, injured. We had some question marks about him and his health, and now he looks fantastic.
They actually had like a mobile, iron lung for him at training camp. Remember, he didn't have any training camp whatsoever. You talk about 25 passing touchdowns, Melvin. He hasn't had 25 passing touchdowns in a season since 2021. He has already surpassed his season totals over the last 3 years, what he is doing halfway through this season.
I love that he's dialing it back, right? Give it up for the old dude, right? I mean, this is the dude that we saw tough it out in Detroit, and now look, he's got the Rams in great position, and they have the huge matchup coming up next week against the Seahawks. But Matthew Stafford looks incredible right now, Melvin.
And he's like that team is my dark horse for the playoffs. I think they're going to be really good. I think they should have beat Philly last year when they played. I think if they were on the turf, that game is a different story. But him and Sean McVay are a match made in heaven, I feel like. And them adding, Puka Nacua, he's a tremendous talent. But on top of that, adding Davante Adams, giving Stafford more weapons like that, it only makes sense that this type of production you're going to get.
And I think the best thing that happened for the Rams was when Puka was injured and he didn't play in that Jacksonville game. And that allowed Matthew Stafford to kind of establish that relationship with Davante Adams. You remember he threw 5 touchdowns in that ball game. I think Davante had 3.
Yeah.
And since Puka has come back, now you got a great relationship with Puka and Davante.
That's right.
Now it makes life difficult for any secondary they face off against because who do you devote your attention to? And now the tight ends are starting to surface as well. So if they stay healthy, no question, Melvin, to your point about being a dark horse, the hoist that sticky Lombardia, compete for that championship, I like their chances as well.
How about this?
What you got?
Look at that NFC West. And you got the 49ers right there. A big win for the Rams in terms of tiebreakers, right? If and when we get to that point, that's going to be necessary. Well, I want to talk about the Niners, who obviously played in this game, lost this game. Mac Jones, more than 300 passing yards. This may be the last game that we have seen Mac Jones start. Okay, Kyle Shanahan speaking to reporters after the game, talking about Brock Purdy, believes that the toe could get there for the Niners. Look, I find it hard to believe that if they were getting subpar play at the quarterback position from Mac Jones, that Brock Purdy wouldn't have been starting today, right? But the fact that they've been getting 5 wins with Mac Jones, they felt good about, okay, let's go ahead and keep Brock Purdy on the bench. Let's make sure that we get him healthy. Now, I think it's time that we're going to see Brock Purdy. And if we do not, then clearly that they have not been able to properly diagnose this turf toe that he has since re-injured. So hopefully Brock Purdy gets back out there. That's the hope and dreams of the San Francisco 49ers, but none of the nonsense about soft benching. Could it be Mac Jones' team? No, it's been very clear this is Brock Purdy's team.
Matthew Stafford and the Rams going to take on the Seahawks next week. Both 7-2, tied for first place in the NFC West, both on 4-game winning streaks, both coming off 40-point games. Coming up, we'll show you what the Seahawks did. Defensive dominance next on CBS Sports HQ.